Hello my fellow Kenyans, habari zenu wa Kenya wenzangu. I am Gakonga the coach and the pioneer of Vision Total Football Kenya. Leo hii nataka tuzungumzie kuhusu Kenyan football fans. Yani, I want us to talk about Kenyan football fans. Yani, supporters wa mpira, the supporters of football in Kenya. And that includes me and you, wewe na mimi. Because as football fans, we know very well we have been ignored for far too long. And the time has come when we must claim back what is ours, so that as football fans, we can be looked after. Because when you look at our situation in Kenya, the stadiums are empty, meaning that no fans who are enjoying football in Kenya. Football fans don't count anything in Kenya, and this is wrong. This is a wrong approach, and that's partly why our football is dying. If you think about it, when we have international games, in fact, Kasarani Stadium is almost empty. When you think about it, that when we have an international game, our federation, FKF, cannot even raise 400,000 Kenya shilling from an international game. That is a joke, and that tells you a lot about Kenyan football fans. When I watch Kenya Premier League, where games are played, one club against another, I tell you what, the stadiums are empty. Hakuna watu wanaoangalia mpira. No one is watching football. And if you look the league below the Kenya Premier League, that is National Super League, when they play their games, or when the games are being played, one club against the other, I tell you the truth, there's only about 50 people. Watu wamesimama hapo na hapo wanajiangalilia mpira. Almost something you see in England when people are watching 10-year-olds. 5-year-old playing. There's few people around, 30 people there watching. That is the kind of number of supporters that I see when I watch National Super League in Kenya. And again, when you come to Premier League, it is terrible. There are no supporters because clubs have ignored football supporters in Kenya for far too long. It is almost like they don't care about football supporters. And the way the clubs play their football, so they don't have permanent home grounds. Today they are playing there, tomorrow they are there. Leo wanaomba ground Kasarani, kesho kutwa wanaomba Nyayo Stadium, the other day wanaomba Kenyatta Stadium huko Machakos, mara nyingine wanaenda Kenoru Stadium huko Meru. This kind of thing is not helping our football to grow. And the other thing is that when I look FKF, Football Kenya Federation, football fans are not represented well. And this is why I saw the other day the Kenya Football Supporters Association saying that they are going to demonstrate. They are going to organize, the association is going to organize a demonstration that will end up at Kasarani, where the FKF office is, because they are so angry with FKF as a federation. It does not recognize them. It does not support them. And this is wrong. This is wrong, because football supporters are everything in a country. If football is to grow, football supporters must come first, because without supporters, there is no football. That is true. No fans, no football. No football fans, no football. And that includes football supporters living with disabilities. That meaning that we must have also a way to look our football supporters who have one or another type of disability. This is important for them. That meaning in Kenya, we must also create an association for football fans living with disability called Level Playing Field Kenya, so that they can also bring their issues forward. They can advocate for issues that are affecting them as football supporters living with disabilities. And this is the way we need to go. So I'm saying to FKF, stop ignoring football supporters. We, as a country, we have ignored them for far too long. But Vision Total Football Kenya has a brilliant master plan for football supporters in Kenya. So all football supporters in Kenya support Vision Total Football Kenya. Vision Total Football Kenya is a vision that's going to usher in a new era for football in Kenya. And looking after football supporters is one of the best master plan in Vision Total Football Kenya, because I already looked at that 5 years ago and I have finalized it. How football supporters are going to be looked after. And I can tell you this, football supporters in Kenya, for the first time in history, they will have access to the football parliamentary committee inside parliament. Football supporters will be able to access parliament. The chairman of Football Supporters Association of Kenya will be able to have regular meetings with football parliamentary committee and IG Boynet. They will be able to meet on a regular basis. This is a right for football fans so that they can articulate, they can talk about issues that affect them, and the issue of security is one of the most important thing for football supporters in Kenya. So for them to have that regular contact with the IG representing the issues, security issues that affect them when they attend matches. And one more thing, they will also be able to have regular meetings with the CS for sport, Rashid Mohammed. That is true. That is a plan, part of Vision Total Football Kenya, so that we can realign what is needed, so that football supporters in Kenya can feel well represented and well supported. Yeah. So this is coming. Football supporters in Kenya, please support Vision Total Football Kenya and keep looking out for more videos, because I am using my YouTube channel to educate you as a football supporter and to share my information. And also feel free to comment, and please don't forget to subscribe. So I will continue sharing Vision Total Football Kenya with all Kenyans, and that includes football supporters in Kenya, because like I said, no supporters, no football. This is why football clubs in Kenya are so poor, because they don't have supporters behind them, who are the customers, who buy jerseys, who buy, whatever the club is selling, from t-shirts to food, to mandazi, to chai, because clubs don't have home ground. And home ground is so important, because it is like a spiritual home for a football club. That home ground is so important, and supporters need to feel to get that connection, especially when they have home fixtures. That home ground is so important for a football. No club can succeed without a home ground. So Kenya Premier League, as you go forward, and the way forward that I have put in my vision, it includes every Kenyan Premier League finding a way to have a home ground and building good stadium in their ground, so that supporters know when there is home ground, the game will always be here. This is so important. I know it is an issue that Kenya Premier League has been putting behind all the time, and the federation, but the time has come to address it. I want every single issue that is affecting football in Kenya discussed in the open daylight, so that we can move forward. But for today, I wanted to address the issue of football supporters in Kenya. They are neglected. I want to tell them that I have already looked into this. I have already addressed this issue in Vision Total Football Kenya, and they are going to be well represented. Number two, when it comes to the next Football Federation chairman election, football supporters in Kenya will have a vote to elect the chairman. I know right now they don't have a vote, but I'm promising them, and I am telling them they will have a vote, and their vote must count. Football supporters living with disability must have a vote. Through Vision Total Football Kenya, there is a program to give them a vote. And this is not a favor, this is their right. That representation is so important for all football fans in Kenya. Pamoja tutaokoa futaa, I have been saying this. And if football clubs in Kenya want to grow, they must think about fans. They must increase the number of supporters, so they have 30,000 plus supporters. At least a smaller club within Kenya Premier League should aim for at least 20,000 supporters. If they cannot get 20,000 supporters in Kenya, a country with 50 million, they are heading the wrong way. And this will start by them embracing supporters, helping their supporters, having academies where they have juniors from the age of 8 all the way up, so that those supporters, those juniors who are in the academy, their family and friends can be #1 supporter of that club. This is how clubs grow. We must start looking clubs and manage them as businesses, because that is what they should be. And I am telling Kenya Premier League, through Vision Total Football Kenya, you are going to be a multi-billion company. The idea that I had, it just remained to be rumors at the moment that Kenya Premier League could get a sponsor who will give them 1 billion Kenya shilling for 5 years. This is a joke. That can be broken down to 200 million per year. That kind of money is nothing. If you divide 200 million per year, divide that by 18 clubs, that is just around very small money, very, very small money, just about 1 million point something a year. Jamani, that will do nothing. That will do nothing to a club in Kenya. So I want to say, Kenya Premier League, please, you need to think business-wise. And through Vision Total Football Kenya is going to help Kenya Premier League. But one other thing is that Kenya Premier League need to be well represented at the decision-making table. And that is the directors of Football Kenya, or the directors who will be the top-notch decision makers, must involve Kenya Premier League officials. This is the way forward. I am saying Vision Total Football Kenya, it is going to rescue football in Kenya. When I say this, I know everything that I am talking about. All the problems that we are going through in terms of football, I foresaw them long time. And then that's why I started designing Vision Total Football Kenya. So, Kenya Premier League, support Vision Total Football Kenya. Kenya football fans, support Vision Total Football Kenya. Mayuthi wote wa Kenya, support Vision Total Football Kenya. Makochi, support Vision Total Football Kenya. Referees in Kenya, support Vision Total Football Kenya. A new era for football is going to be ushered in Kenya. It is now imminent. It is what we require. I have said again, Football Kenya Federation is a place or an office that holds 4, 3, 5 people who run this office, and is not a federation that is equipped to govern football in Kenya. So, FKF is equivalent to Pastor Kanyari's church. That's the truth. And that is not the kind of organization we want governing our football in Kenya. Football in Kenya is a multi-billion industry, and it should be contributing billions of Kenya shilling in taxes so that Kenyans can have other services that are provided by the government from the money that is coming from football. Football right now is a burden. Football in Kenya is a burden. Vision Total Football Kenya is going to turn that into treasure. That burden will become treasure very, very soon. Wakenya wenzangu, we must look after our football supporters. I will say it again, no supporters, no football. It is as simple as that. I can spend 24 hours breaking it down. But the best way to put it is this: no supporters, no football. In any country, that is a universal rule. We know that. We have been ignoring Kenyan football supporters, and that's why there is no football in Kenya. No football fans, no football. No supporters, no football in a country. Tuko pamoja. Pamoja tutaokoa futa Kenya. Please continue to support Vision Total Football Kenya. And I expect you to subscribe tafadhali, so that we can continue to share this vision. Vision Total Football Kenya is the way forward. Pamoja tuokoe futa Kenya. Sawa kabisa.